Okay, here is a Bessey-Miller effect that involves the hearts and spades, as you can see. Now for this, we'll need 4 cards from which we'll choose a single helper card. So I thought we would go ahead and just choose the royalty cards to help us here, or at least be part of the selection pool here. Okay, so we have the king and queen of hearts and spades. It's going to go off camera. Now the other cards can be freely mixed by the spectator. So have them table wash the cards really well. Now in the end we only need 11 of these, but they need to be random. Okay, so have them mix the cards thoroughly. And then let's go ahead and just deal out 11 random cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, and then you can mix these further as well. Okay, very good. Now, what we need to do is deal out the cards into 5 piles of 2. So we'll do kind of like a pentagon shape here, like that. Okay, and then we'll deal around. So we have 5 pairs that will leave us with a single card at the end. So this is the card you, as the spectator, need to remember. Now I don't have a spectator here, so we're all going to have to see it. So it looks like it's the 8 of spades. That is the card for you to remember. Now you're free to set that on top of any of these pairs of cards. So maybe you'll set it there. And now you're free to set any one of the remaining 4 pairs on top of that one right there. Okay, very good. And now let's go ahead and just stack this on any of the remaining 3. How would you like it stacked? Top one, bottom right, far left. Okay, very good. Now it might be good to randomize these cards. So let's go ahead. I'll perform something called the Klondike Shuffle. This is where you take the top and bottom cards off as one. And we'll follow that up with a mange over under. Okay, so how does that work? The top card goes into your other hand. The next one goes over, then under, over, under, over, under, repeatedly. Okay, so now we're ready to start. Would you like to choose a helper card among these 4 royalty cards? You want the Queen of Spades. Okay, that's fine. So Queen of Spades. So we'll go ahead and just set her down right there. And now we're going to use the Queen of Spades to help us locate your freely noted card. And we'll do that by just spelling out Queen of Spades. So Q-U-E-E-N, Queen, O-F, of Spades, S-P-A-D-E-S. Okay, has that helped us locate your card? Let's just take a look. I believe it has indeed. Now the spectator will know this is their card, and I'll know it's their card for the simple reason that mathematics and magic always work. Okay, now if we stop there, that would be quite an impressive effect on its own. But we can go one stage further. We're now going to use your randomly arrived at card, which is the 8 of spades, to locate your freely chosen helper card from among these. Do you believe that we can do that? Well, let's just take a look. What we're going to do is just spell the name of your freely arrived at card, 8 of spades. E-I-G-H-T, 8, O-F, of, S-P-A-D-E-S. Has that helped us to find your original freely chosen helper card? I believe it has. The Queen of Spades was the card that you, of your own volition, chose from among these here. That is amazing. Okay, so if you perform everything that I've done here, this will work. It won't matter which card here is chosen as the helper card. So whether it's a king or queen that's chosen, this effect works fine. I do want to point out a false mixing sequence that I added just to give the illusion that the cards are beyond the knowledge of anyone. So if you remember, once we had the packet put together, we dealt out pairs of cards, 5 of them, And then we had you put your card on top of one of the pairs and then randomly stack any one of those pairs on top, and then take that combined pile and stack it on the remaining 3 pairs. What that does is it puts your card third from the top. Okay, so it's third from the top. So this is before we bring the helper card over to help us. Okay, so your card is third from the top. Well, if you'd like to do the Klondike Mange combo that I showed you, it's a way to give the impression of randomizing the cards when in fact you've just brought the cards back to their original order. Okay, so what I showed you was the Klondike, where you take the top and bottom cards off as 1. That was the first. Now if you pair that with the Mange over under, it will undo the Klondike. Okay, so you push the top card into your other hand, and then you go over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under. And if you notice, their card is back in the 3rd position, which is where we need it to be for this whole effect to work. Okay, and then if you remember from here, we took whichever helper card they chose. In fact, we can just kind of show you that it works for the king as well. So let's say they choose a king, and we just spell out KING-OF-SPADES. And if you notice what's risen to the top, of course it would normally be face down, is the spectator's card. And now regardless of this card's name, it's going to locate the helper card, which is amazing. So EIGHTOF-SPADES. Okay, and so our helper card was the king of spades, and here it is. So anyway, this is a powerful effect. If you want to see under the hood as to what's going on, you can always perform this entire routine with the cards face up so that you can watch the movement of the cards and get a sense of how it's working and why it's working. So thank you for watching, and I encourage you to take a look at other videos on the Absolute Math Magic channel.